मर्सीफुल भी। इसे दिल से वैराग है। अभी जब सुनते हैं ना, उस समय तो वैराग आता है। जब भट्टी होती है, रोरियान होती है, उस समय सब समझते हैं कि बस ऐसे ही करना है। अलग काल का वैराग आता है ना, दिल का नहीं होता। दिल से जो पाप को अच्छा नहीं लगता है, उससे वैराग। अपने आप को भी अच्छा नहीं लगता है, लेकिन बेहद के वैराग वृत्ति का हल चलाओ। रहम दिल पर। कई बच्चे बहुत अच्छी अच्छी बातें सुनाते हैं, सब बातें सुना देना। क्या कहते हैं कि जब कोई झूठ बोलता है ना, तभी बहुत गुस्सा आता है। झूठ पर गुस्सा आता है, इस पर गुस्सा नहीं आया, लेकिन झूठ पर गुस्सा आता है। यहाँ कोई गलती करता है तो गुस्सा आता है, वैसे नहीं आता है। उसने तो झूठ बोला, ये तो ठीक है, वो समझते हो राग है। और जो आप गुस्सा करते हो वो क्या राइट है? राग राग को कैसे समझा सकते हैं? उसका असर कैसे हो सकता है? अपनी गलती को उस समय नहीं देखते, लेकिन दूसरे के झूठ को, छोटे को भी बड़ा कर दे या कमजोरी को बड़ा कर दे। ऐसे समय पर रहम दिल पर उसको अपने प्राप्त हुई पाप के शक्तियों द्वारा रहम दिल पर सहयोग दो। समझा ना सभी ने? समझा?
Om Shanti. Avyakt signals. Imbibe the virtues of sweetness and humility. Always have the awareness. I am a master world creator. In order to carry out the task of creation, renewal, you must have the virtue of being constructive, that is, being easy in a natural way. Where there is easiness, many other virtues like sweetness, humility, etc., automatically come there. So, always be stable in the form of awareness. Consider yourself to be a master world creator and carry out your task, and the small obstacles of Maya will be like a game. Om Shanti. Welcome to Vikti Parivar. Today is day 29. Manmanabhav. Become bodiless. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti, everyone. Everyone is okay, well. Yes, why we won't be okay now? Because Baba is with us, all treasures Baba has given are with us. That keeps us okay, right? Not only okay, but I always say very content and blissful. While listening to Baba, the connection between loveful and merciful. Now, there are situations around us, but in the world, and we have love for all the souls. So when souls are suffering because of any reason, we do feel mercy, right? So Baba is connecting with disinterest and mercy. So today I was thinking that when I am merciful, is there even subtle form of sorrow? Yes. When we look at certain things which are happening in the world, especially innocent people, we call them innocent because they haven't done anything, civilians, right? So one feels mercy. But then there is also subtly, uh, it's not only sympathy, but there is sorrow. So when I was thinking about Baba, Baba is also looking from above, right? So today I was thinking what Shiv Baba must be thinking, looking at what is happening. Mhm. Even Baba has told us that children, yes, this is the end of drama and there will be rivers of blood. And so today we hear, right, everything, for every little thing, whether it's because of religion, because of color, because of any kind of discrimination, there is lot of bloodshed, right? So Baba has told us it will happen. And we do call it, there is what we call as individual karma and collective karmas. When a country or a village or a city, they all go through something. And because of one country, then other countries, and it's like whole world gets involved. Like today it was said that the war has reached to the kitchen also, because there will be a lot of shortage of food. But Baba had said one time will come, if we really believe what Baba is saying, that you will have handful of diamonds and you would want to buy handful of grains, but you won't get. So all this Baba has told us that will happen. Even a lot of people, when they listen all this in Murli, they say, but you are peaceful organization, but why Baba talks about so much about uh, sufferings and violence? And we know definitely two things have happened, that not only, uh, there are laws of karmas, lot of universal laws are being broken in our personal life and also worldwide. So Baba, what do you think? Baba is watching. Is he feeling sad little bit? No? Say no or yes. Those who say no, let me see hands. Baba is not sad at all. Mm. And little bit, no. And what about us? Today I was looking at myself and I said, and listening to Baba about mercy and love. And of course, there is disinterest and distaste because we have nothing to get from this world. And we have to be just bestower, not we expect, no, this one should have done this with me, I should have got this from this. Little subtle desires to get from souls always cause some sorrow. So anyone gets sad little bit? Mm. And it's not now one country. One country comes, there no food, no medicine, people are dying. That goes out of news. Then another comes up, that goes out of news. Then third one comes. No money for food for citizens. Okay, that country, then another. So it's like worldwide, right? And that is why the topic which we have chosen for this year is spiritual empowerment for kindness and compassion. So we have to look at the souls, right? It's not body suffers, right? Soul suffers through body. For us also, when we see uh, all these sins, then it's not the body suffering, but it's the mind which feels, right, pain or sorrow. But when Baba talks about love for the souls and being merciful, it sounds so simple, right? But if you really work on it and watch yourself, that when you are loveful, you are merciful, but then it could cause sorrow, little bit of pain, or how that doesn't happen. Also, what can I do at that time? What Baba must be doing, how Baba is managing. We also have to learn right from Baba. Every word which Baba speaks, we know that is going to happen. Sooner or later, some people ask me, you think that this is the end, what's going to happen? Because there is so much threats from each other. And Baba had said one day, if they have created so many bombs, not to keep, right? So now we are seeing how the power is just what they have as weapons. So we have to reflect on that, and if we want to be Bab that will be a big quality. We saw Brahma Baba in certain situations where all these little children were sitting, standing in sun since morning until noontime. They hadn't eaten anything because their parents wants to take them back and they don't want to go. And parents and the other society, people won't let them enter their buildings. And Baba is standing on the roof and watching and smiling. For me, I would have said, oh, they are so thirsty. What's happening to them? Can we send them some water? But Baba is detached observer and watching. But he's giving something to them, right? But to the souls. So that's what practice like Mansa Seva Baba talks about. Even our remembrance and power of purity. And it's recently when Baba said, Baba wants to take help from your power of purity. Because it's the vices, right? And the actions done in the control of vices has created all these uh, karma bondage and then sufferings. It's not only suffering, it's a lot of punishment. Like, so we feel why it's happening. Then on other side, we know. So it's so my love and my mercy, which Baba says, is based on knowledge. So we still, I think, at least I'm trying to figure out exactly where the love, mercy, and then not having sorrow, but also able to serve, right? There is always saying that either you suffer or you serve, and we are meant to be serving. Recently, someone said one of my family member had been 2 years in hospital working with COVID patients, and he mentally a little bit tired. And this must be common, right? In any way, whatever way you are serving, how to not take suffering and sorrow, but still be merciful to help, to treat, to cooperate, whatever. I was listening to news that a big fire happened somewhere in a town, and BK Center was very near. So all the sisters quickly thought, how we go. They all went there and they wanted to help. They wanted water, they wanted food, whatever, and they were distributing. As you all know, that in India now, uh, BKs have become so known for like rescue teams for every time. They say in these 2 years of COVID, only this organization, there were many I saw, like Hare Krishna, you call them, they will bring food for you. All organizations were trying to serve, but BKs were so much all over because there are thousands of centers and everywhere they have good number of Baba's children, and collectively they also get resource to serve. So they will cook food and take or distributed bags of grains or whatever they could do. So our life is to serve in whatever capacity we can, but not take sorrow because then it becomes my personal suffering too. I think it's quite a important subject and should be easy, right? But sometimes it's easy, sometimes we find it's a little bit challenging. Right? Not difficult, but we have to work a little bit more on ourselves. So listening to Baba, then practice of being Bab Saman, I will, after listening all this and seeing, I'm thinking I will have to not only reflect more, but internally to see from where this sympathy and mercy changes into sorrow. But if I have to be Bab Saman, so when I'm seeing Brahma Baba standing on the top floor, so I also said, let me stand and watch it. How do I feel? What thoughts come in my mind? We have to practically demonstrate that. And of course, definitely what Brahma Baba was able to achieve very quickly was a bodiless stage. Even when Shiv Baba was entering in his body, he had to be bodiless, giving Shiv Baba the space in his forehead to sit together without any clash differences. And Shiv Baba jokingly said, oh, I give rent also to him because I'm using his space. So it must be bodiless stage, right? So what awareness he had. This is Baba's chariot. Then Baba said, I am obedient servant, I am an instrument. So it's not only bodiless as I am a soul, but it is more than that. Incorporeal Baba, awake Bab Dada. With them, I am also instrument. I have to be incorporeal and awake like awake Bab Dada. So there has to be more inspiration than only being bodiless. Of course, when you are bodiless, you are carefree. When you are bodiless, you feel a lot of power. When you are bodiless, there are many personal attainments. But if there are some other kinds of awareness, looking at Bab Dada or Mama, Dadis, that what motivated them to be bodiless and what are the benefits they saw for unlimited service to be bodiless. Because one of the experience in bodiless state definitely will be a detached observer. And that begins first with your own body, right? I remember Dadi Janki many times used to tell me, today as a soul I was looking at my body and giving sakash to my body. And I am talking to my body when there is a lot of pain. I talk to my body. So that's bodiless state, no? Because I am soul, I am talking to body. Because first I have to take care of my vehicle, right? Even to be Manmanabhav, you need to be feeling at least well, right? You can concentrate. So I was remembering today that how Dadi Janki many times said, and then one of the bodiless stage experiences that there is no suffering. I saw Dadi Gulzar, I saw Dadi Prakashmani, and we keep asking, are you feeling pain? No. We are feeling pain to look at what's being happening to them. Even when Dadi Gulzar, I went to Bombay a few times, I saw her in hospital. I used to see her on Zoom because used to conduct meditation in hospital with those who were helping Dadi because we had to keep their spirit high. So I used to sit with them for half an hour. Some doctors, some sisters. But Dadi, she's aware. They say that something happened and she was about to leave body. And they were still master. She was master. Like she was indicating that she is going. And she will not go until 10:30. Why? Because one of the main doctor hadn't come. And she wanted to say goodbye and thanks in silence because she was not speaking. So she had that much awareness. Who has served me? Who was doctor? Who helped me? And doctor said we used to feel her pain and she won't feel her pain in the sense of what we're doing to her body. But she won't because of power of yoga. She has settled all karmic accounts, right? Now what she was using was her bodiless stage. So they keep asking when we take her to Abu when I. So Baba said she will indicate. So every time Neelu will go, shall we go? She won't reply. She was so much aware what is happening in the yagya. One very good senior sister left body. Daddy, Daddy will acknowledge, Daddy knows. She was so much aware of yagya and everything, but we were looking at like what she's going through. But she was not going through anything. She was there to hold still. and give the power of tapasya and silence to yajna. And it was 3 years, not 1 year. And every time was like, for us was less response, but she was very much aware. Until last minute, she knew whose hand to help, who helped her, who was serving her. But stage, bodiless stage is where you're free from pain, you're free from sorrow, and it's like still your presence is creating a lot of power because there was some purpose, right? It's not she hadn't become perfect, but she was living for some purpose. She has to get that fulfilled. And these are little subtle aspects. But what I'm saying that bodiless stage will be needed for all of us so that when someone else is suffering or your body is also going through something, but you are detached above giving sakash to your own body. I tell everyone that of course I have to serve everyone, but first I have to serve my body too. Then only it will work, right? I can use it. Otherwise it will say I can't, right? And we saw this for 2 years, every have to tell what yes, we have to do it. We will do it together. Soul will do it through the body. So soul has to have power, but cooperation of body is also very important. So I always say to make body as your companion, cooperative is also important. So bodiless stage is very, very important. We will need it more and more. And of course, one of the importance of bodiless stages that you are able to have your mind focus with one who is also bodiless. And that is Manmanabhav, right? Remembrance of one. Yeah, so one of the benefit of listening to Baba every time is deeper understanding, more clarity, and more of like what next I have to do. And that becomes our reflection and also practice both, right? So that's how we have to be like Baba and also be bodiless. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. So before we start our weekly journey, I have some important announcements. So, of course, today is 29th, tomorrow is 30th. So we'll be concluding our this series of Manmanabhav and starting our new series for month of May. And tomorrow is a Saturday, and we have received the schedule for Global Bhatti. So, as usual, in Avakti Parivar also, we had been following the schedule for Global Bhatti. So, I would like to share the schedule for that. So, Amritwela, it's 3 to 5, and each hour they have theme, and we will send out this in our email tonight, so you have all the details of it. So there are different topics for different timings. So 3 to 5 Amritvela, then meditation 6 to 7, followed by Hindi Avek Murli, read by Mohini Didi, and then Yoga Bhatti continues, and then senior class from 10 to 10:30 is a class by Brother Charlie, The Power of Awareness. And then we have commentary until 11. The Power of Awareness continues until 12 noon. So, in essence, if you think of like in Avakti Parivar, our Global Bhatti will start at 3 a.m. in the morning. It will continue until 12 noon. And then again in the evening, 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. So, which will include whatever they are offering in Global Bhatti. So, we'll try to implement them, all of that. And of course, wherever we can provide translators, we'll be doing that. And but in the evening from 4 p.m. onwards, they have different topics, different theme for different timings. and also there is a walking and moving bhakti from 5:30 to 6:30. But as our Vyakti Parivar started at 6, so that will continue as well. And of course, with our Hindi series, English series, all will continue, and we'll have meditation till 9 p.m. And as I said, that tomorrow is the last day of our this series. We'll be concluding the series of Manmanabhav and starting our new series. And we have Saturday chit chat as well in a Vyakti journey, so that will also be there. And as you know, that in month of April we had 20 Kumaris who came and shared their experience. They did special bhakti for each day, Manmanabhava topic, the homework, and also we had 10 Kumars Pandavas who did also the same. So, of course, they are looking for blessings from everyone. So, Avyakti Parivar, each one of you, please, from our heart, will share our special blessings for them, because they made special effort actually to come in front of Avyakti Parivar, as sometimes some of them are nervous, but still they kept the courage. So of course we'll bring them also to Avyakti Parivar, and also the chit chat. So tomorrow is Saturday, so of course we will be having our children class as well from 1:30 p.m. to 3 p.m. With the children class, and then 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. is our youth class, with the youth class. So just please be mindful that as our bhakti is until 12 noon, and again it will start at 4 p.m. In between is the time for our children and youth. So this is our Eastern time zone, so please keep that in mind, otherwise you'll be kept into waiting room, right? So it will open up for 4 p.m. So this is what I wanted to share. And yes, let's start our Vyakti journey. So welcome to Vyakti journey, jewel of light, pearls of wisdom from Tadi Prakash Maniji.
ये कहते हमें गुस्सा नहीं करना है, ये बात नहीं करो, प्रैक्टिकल प्रैक्टिस करो, मुझे मीठा रहना है। मीठा रहना माना, मीठा रहना माना ऑटोमेटिकली गुस्सा खत्म हो जाना। मैं गुस्सा नहीं करूंगा, नहीं करूंगा, ये नहीं करो, फिर आता है, कहता है जितना कहेंगे उतना आऊंगा। नहीं, मुझे तो बाप मीठे बाबा के मीठे मीठे प्यारे प्यारे कमल फूल समान देवता बनना। तो ऑटोमेटिकली आप अपने धंधों में, परिवारों में, समाज में, देश में मीठे रहेंगे, प्यारे रहेंगे और ट्रस्टी बन रहेंगे। तो ऑटोमेटिकली आपकी संपत्ति भी सहज ही, संपत्ति भी व्यर्थ कहाँ खर्च के बदली सहज बाबा के अलौकिक सेवाओं में सफल होती रहेंगी। फिर जो मेरे की ममता है वो खत्म हो जाए। ऑटोमेटिक ऐसा अनुभव करेंगे हम तो वो ही बाबा के कल पहले वाले अतीन्द्रिय सुख का अनुभव करने वाले गोप गोपियां है। गोप गोपियां हो, पांडव हो, बहुत अच्छा है। गोप गोपियां अपने को समझो ऑटोमेटिकली अति सुख को अनुभव करे। मशहूरी है। और माया के विजयी हो तो महावीर पांडव हो। फिर पांडवों में है ही एक परमात्मा से प्रीत, दूसरा कुछ नहीं। तो फिर दूसरे सभी संस्कार सहज ही परिवर्तन हो। इसलिए कहा अपना चार्ट भी रखो। और हम तो कहती मेरा 2 अक्षर का अनुभव ही ये है। मैं पर्सनल, भले आप समझो कि दादी के ऊपर तो इतने देश विदेश यज्ञ की जिम्मेदारी है, ये आप समझो, मैं नहीं समझ। जिम्मेदार एक, हम कोई जिम्मेदार नहीं, वो जिम्मेदार है। और हम उनके आज्ञा से सेवा करते। इसलिए सेवा में आनंद है। तो बेफिक्र बादशाह है, कोई फिक्रात नहीं। रात हुई सोई, हेलो बाबा, गुड नाइट, गुड नाइट। सवेरे उठी, हेलो बाबा, गुड मॉर्निंग, गुड मॉर्निंग। पूरी हुई, मुरली सुनी, पढ़ी, बाकी किस बात का कोई चिंता नहीं, कोई फिक्र नहीं। अम्मा मरे तो भी हलवा खाना, बीबी मरे तो भी हलवा खाना।
सिंध में एक सितंबर को थी जन्मी, कान्हा भक्ति दाद के मन में थी। 15 बरस की थी बाबा से मिली, मंडली ने जिंदगी बदली। हुआ था दरस शिव नूर का भी, स्वर्ग सी एक नई दुनिया दिखी। रही साथ रब के जो अंत आदि, प्रकाश की मणि है अपनी दादी। ओ प्यारी दादी, हो न्यारी दादी, सबकी दुलारी है हमारी दादी, हमारी दादी।
दादी ने कहा 3 शब्द दादी के सदा याद करना। हर कार्य शुरू करने के पहले ये याद करना, फिर कार्य शुरू करना। निमित्त, निर्माण, निर्मल वाणी।
Om Shanti. So, of course, we have today also our Panda brothers who will be coming and sharing this experience. But before that, we would like to show you our theme for the month of May. It's a very beautiful theme, and let's watch the promo of that.
The breath of Brahman life is zeal and enthusiasm. Brahman life is for meeting and celebrating. The greatest aspect of our enthusiasm is that we searched for the Father for many births. But it is at this time that Bab Dada found us. He made us the masters of all the treasures in which nothing is lacking. If such masters don't maintain enthusiasm, then who would? For us, each day is filled with enthusiasm. Each day is a festival. Zeal and enthusiasm are our special wings through which we experience the flying stage. Flying stage is the stage of a bestower of fortune and bestower of blessings. It is the stage that will grant visions of both angels and deities walking and moving around. In this month of May, let us experience our original flying stage through zeal and enthusiasm. With special insights from Mohini Didi and collective meditations.
Angels don't walk, they always fly. Travel first class beyond the sky. Angels don't walk, no they don't walk, they prefer to fly.
Om Shanti. Isn't it wonderful theme? Zeal and enthusiasm, the flying stage, right? So another interesting topic for us to explore in month of May, and beautiful promo. So I would like to request all of you. We will send it out today in our email, and will be posted in YouTube as well. So if you would like to share with any PK family who can take more benefit from this series, so please do so. And of course, our translation system is there. All we will revise one day again, but there are many things goes on with YouTube and website and transcription, transcribes classes and everything, right? Recorded and everything, Telegram. Anyway, so tomorrow will be transition of one to another one. And for now, let's listen our Panda brother. So we have today our Panda brother, Brother Kailash, who will be sharing his experience, and also Brother Pallo. So would like to invite both angels, Panda brothers, welcome.
Om Shanti, Om Shanti Mohini Didi, Om Shanti Vyakti Parivar. Very happy to be back here. Feeling so happy and privileged to interviewing our senior Kumar, Brother Kailash. Welcome, brother. So, would like to hear from you without wasting any time. So, I would like to start with how was your day on the topic of equal to the Father? So, over to you, brother.
Thank you, Pallabhai. Om Shanti, my Ben, and my divine family. Yes, so when I got this homework, equal to the Father, immediate thoughts that comes to my mind was looking at the life story or life history of Brahma Baba and our senior Dadis, and the teachings through Murli, specifically for Abhyakt Murli, what Baba was teaching us. What are the Baba's qualities? What are the basic things that Baba wants us to be in our life? Those are the things which comes into my mind, so that I can check with myself and compare with where I am standing, how much how far I am from that situation or that position where Baba has achieved. So it was a quite experiencing morning today from Amrit Vela, that when I thought of equal to Father, whole story of Brahma Baba's yajna, starting from the yajna, how Baba was talking, how Baba was doing karma yoga, how Baba was writing letters, all the actions that he did, through which I learned all those things through the classes by many senior brothers, specifically Jagdish Bhai and many other dadis. Those are the visuals that came into my mind suddenly. And I was just looking at those flash views, being as a spectator live view. I was looking at those in my minds. And then obviously the experience with Abhyakt Bab in Diamond Hall, how Baba is so loving and still be so detached, how he is so loving as well as loveful and lawful. Those are the basic specific characteristics that it comes to my attention. And I was checking myself in that sense, that where I'm in that sense, how far I am from. So that was the checkings that I was doing every day throughout the day. And at the same time, the tools, the scales that I got through to measure myself is through the Manmanabhav. Through this Manmanabhav mantra, how much I have achieved that stage through my thoughts, my actions, my relationship, and the services that Baba did and what I am doing. So throughout the day, being as a soul, being as a detached entity in this body and doing all the actions was quite amazing experience. One small experience that I wanted to share is that when I was trying to offer bhog after my lunch preparation, I thought of, we'll finish it in 10 minutes and then go to my job, office work. Suddenly, I was offering bhog, and it turns around 40 minutes spent, and I didn't realize that I sat there for 40 minutes. So time just passed away. So it was quite amazing experience. And other experience that I had was the thoughts that I was putting my attention throughout the day. it becomes slows down. It becomes relaxed. It becomes peaceful. So internally, I was feeling that is the feeling that I am having throughout the day. And the actions that I was doing, either it may be cooking or cleaning or anything, it was everything in a slow motion, not very fast, not in a hurry mood, not in to do something quickly. So it was very relaxed stage that I felt throughout the day by having this homework doing and bringing my attention to my thoughts, actions, and my intentions.
Wonderful, brother. So you did just the opposite as Baba said it today in the Murli, that as end will be approaching, we will gonna see the time will be moving fast. But you were just going opposite. You are making the time a bit slow for you. You are taking everything in your own manner, and you are with Baba throughout the day. So, brother, since you are very senior in knowledge, you have been with Baba for last 2 decades, more than last 2 decades. So, how was throughout your journey as a Brahmin? What do you think that keeps you in enthusiasm and keeps you always motivated, dedicated towards Baba's yajna? What keeps you into that stage?
Yes. So when I came to this knowledge, the only reason it attracts so much to me is that I get to know whom I was looking for throughout this life, or maybe you can say my previous life. That was the inbuilt sanskars that I had to look for something higher, and the God or the Bhagwan who was the supreme. So after going through the Murli and realizing who Baba is and realizing who myself is, and the relationship that I have established with Baba and the love for Baba is the basic ingredients that helps me so far running in this Brahmin life. And and I never felt any time that Baba is not with me. It's a combined kind of feelings. Well, whenever I need Baba, I was communicating with him, interacting with him, and at the same time getting the response back from him. So it was just like a commitment when I decided to have this life in this life as a Kumar life. I decided and I promised Baba that wherever I will stay, wherever you will put me, wherever I will go, make sure I should be with you. And you also promised me that you should be always with me. So he has committed. He has kept his word so far, and also myself as well. So even though he wants to quit me after listening all my thoughts and feelings and visions, I'm not going to quit it. So it's a very wonderful journey so far in last more than 2 decades, as you mentioned. But it's just the love for God. That's the only thing that's keeping me alive in this life.
Wonderful. There are no match the way you have kept yourself with Baba, and it is very inspiring for all the young Kumars like me and others. So it will be a great example like you to have for us. And is there anything else you want to add? Any example or any sharing that you wanna share?
Example.
Just a small one.
Okay. So so far my experience with Baba is so wonderful that even if last initial 4 to 5 years of my childhood with Brahmin life, it was like he is my father. He is watching me every time. As a child, he's having my finger in his hand, and he's guiding me throughout my student life when I was doing my study. And then I came out, and it was like a teacher. He trying to teach me and tell me how to live, how to think, how to behave, how to do all those activities in the outside world. And then Now I was feeling like it's as a guru who is guiding me throughout the day and watching me from the distance that how my child is doing. So that's the experience that I had. I'm having like from the childhood of the Brahmin life until now. Baba is playing a different roles in my life, and yeah, it is quite interesting.
Wonderful, brother. Thank you for sharing your experiences. I think might be we got over time. So I would like to ask you, would you like to share tomorrow's homework?
Sure. Tomorrow's homework became bodiless. This spiritual father tells you children directly. What does he tells you? Manmanabhav. Just as they say, attention please. The father says, Manmanabhav. This is like each one of you being merciful to yourself. The father says, children, constantly remember me alone. Became bodiless. Only the spiritual father teaches you spirits this spiritual drill. Consider yourself to be a soul and remember the Father. May you be the soul conscious. This is the meaning of Manmanabhav. Om Shanti.
Manmanabhava. Become bodiless. This spiritual father tells you children directly. What does he tell you? Manmanabhava. Just as they say, attention please. The Father says, Manmanabhava. This is like each one of you being merciful to yourself. The Father says, children, constantly remember me alone. Become bodiless. Only the spiritual father teaches you spirits this spiritual drill. Consider yourself to be a soul and remember the Father. May you be so conscious. This is the meaning of Manmanabhava.
मनमनाभव अशरीरी बनो। यह रूहानी बाप बच्चों को डायरेक्ट कहते हैं। क्या कहते हैं? मन मना भव। जैसे वह कहते हैं, अटेंशन प्लीज। बाप कहते हैं, मन मना भव। यह जैसे हरेक अपने ऊपर मेहर करते हैं, बाप कहते हैं, बच्चे मामे कम याद करो, अशरीरी बन जाओ। यह रूहानी ड्रिल रूहों को रूहानी बाप ही सिखलाते हैं। अपने को आत्मा समझो, बाप को याद करो, दैही अभिमानी भव। मन मना भव का अर्थ यह है। ओम शांति।
Om Shanti. Good night, everyone. Om Shanti.